Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos, back with your daily dose of movie love. I hope you're doing well, and prove it to me by smashing the like down below. Give me that thumbs up so that I know you're living your best life. That makes me happy. Also helps the video and the channel and all that wonderful stuff. I appreciate it. So let's get into today. What are we doing today? Today, just as a heads up, we're not talking politics. I don't care how you voted. This is a bipartisan video. We're just discussing a politician or a former politician and his connection to cinema. So let's talk film fan to film fan. Okay? Just throwing that out there. Let's try and keep the comment section as civil as possible. Remember, we love each other. We're human beings. That's all that matters. Now, that being said, let's talk the possibility, the very real possibility of Donald Trump being removed from the beloved holiday classic Home Alone 2. You know, the one where a kid who essentially has run away from home, makes friends with a homeless person, and beats up two robbers who would murder him if they got their hands on him. You know, that lovely holiday classic Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I'm being facetious about it. I love that movie. That's such a fun movie. I love the Home Alone franchise very much. I forgot that Donald Trump was in it until this popped up. I haven't seen part 2 in a while. Part 1 is definitely a favorite. So, could they actually remove Donald Trump from Home Alone 2? Of course, this outcry comes after the events of the past few weeks of the Capitol riots and things like that. So let's switch over to Twitter and see what exactly is going on. So, my dude, this blew up on Twitter, as most things tend to do nowadays. Sort of a typical outcry for things to change. I think I'm not going to read every tweet. I'm just going to read whatever I come across. Junji Nito says, this strikes me as the correct level of pettiness to apply to this dude. I guess that kind of makes sense to me. Jordan Wesley says, genuinely feel like Trump's cameo in Home Alone 2 is going to trigger something deep in me when I see it in 20 years. You know, it might. Susan here says, I think the makers of Home Alone 2 should put Governor Andrew Cuomo in Donald Trump's place. That would ruffle his feathers. Somebody's even started a petition, check this out, for Walt Disney to replace Trump with Biden in Home Alone 2. Is that a real petition? Let's find out. Son of a bitch, it is a real campaign. A real campaign. I mean, they're only looking for 1,500 signatures, and they're pretty close. They're pretty close to reaching that milestone. So I'm pretty sure they'll get 1,500, but I think they'll need a little bit more to convince Disney to go back and digitally reinsert somebody. So you can go through Twitter and see all the tweets of pretty much everybody being in agreement that they should X Donald Trump out of the equation. Here's one where Ryan Gosling takes his place and he's wearing a Macaulay Culkin t-shirt. Is that real? Did he have a Macaulay Culkin t-shirt? It's a very odd thing. What does Culkin think about removing Donald Trump from the movie? Well, let's find out. Here's an article from The Guardian written by Andrew Pulver. He writes, Home Alone star Macaulay Culkin has endorsed social media comments demanding Donald Trump's cameo in the film sequel be digitally removed and replaced with one of an older version of Culkin himself. The original tweet said, petition to digitally remove Trump in Home Alone 2 with a 40-year-old Macaulay Culkin, to which he responded, sold. Culkin then followed up by responding, bravo, to another tweet that contained a comic edit of Trump replaced by empty space. I saw that one. It's basically where they turned the Donald Trump portion of the video into sort of a Predator-like thing, where he's sort of like, you can see an outline of a human, but he's see-through. I don't know how they pulled that off. That's very difficult. If somebody can do that at home, they can easily remove Trump from the movie, no problem. For those of you who don't remember this scene, Trump appears briefly in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, when Culkin, as its hero Kevin, asks him for directions to the lobby of the Plaza Hotel, which Trump owned at the time. In an interview with Insider in December 2020, the film's director, Chris Columbus, said that Trump did bully his way into the movie. Boom! What? Are you kidding me? So he wasn't even initially a part of that movie. It was just a thing where he goes, no, put me in there. Find something for me to do. Well, then, obviously, you can easily remove that or replace that, and it wouldn't be a problem. Can they do that? Of course they can freaking do that. Of course they can freaking do that. And even if they can't digitally replace, they can do what Canada did. What did Canada do? Well, I'll tell you in one moment. Just a reminder to subscribe. If you're new here, your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos comes at you with your daily dose of movie love. And, well, let's be honest. We have such a good time together. I had such a great time with you today. I love hanging out with you. I think you're such a cool person. And honestly, I want to do it again. I'm going to be here tomorrow. I hope you will be as well, my friends. So let's hang out, huh? Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell, because sometimes YouTube hides the videos. Because, you know, your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos can be controversial. A little bit, sometimes. So make sure you hit the bell so you know Papa's playing. And I want you to come join the fun. Remember, you're always welcome at the party. Let's find out what Canada did to Home Alone 2. This New York Times article by author Dan Bilevsky reads, could Canada's relations with the United States have taken a turn for the worse after its leading public broadcaster cuts a seconds-long scene of President Trump from Home Alone 2 Lost in New York? Canadians were momentarily pondering that unlikely question over the Christmas holidays after the CBC broadcast the 1992 film without a cameo by Mr. Trump. In the scene, the character Kevin McAllister, played by Macaulay Culkin, asks Trump how to get to the lobby of New York's ornate Plaza Hotel, which Trump owned at the time. The CBC said the cut had been made for time's sake and before Mr. Trump's political career, but as the omission drew media attention, Mr. Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., posted about it on Thursday on his Instagram account, calling the alteration absolutely pathetic and saying it proved that the news media really are the enemy of the people. Okay, so was it a cut for time? That's a good excuse, because you do have to cut stuff for time, and it isn't a crucial scene in the movie. However, the CBC, for its part, said the scene with Mr. Trump had been cut in 2014, before he declared his candidacy for president in 2015, and thus was not politically motivated. Quote, CBC airing of Home Alone 2 was edited for time. Chuck Thompson, a spokesman for the broadcaster, wrote on Twitter, this happens regularly with films adapted for television. The scene with Trump was one of several that were cut from the movie, as none of them were integral to the plot, which is very true. This has recently exploded all over the place. This was like Christmas, but the talk is back in the air, and celebrities that support Trump are taking to Twitter to have themselves digitally removed as well. Who remembers Kristy Swanson? I do, because I was a fan. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm a big fan of that movie. I had, I'll admit, quite a crush on Kristy Swanson. But recently she's come out saying that if Donald Trump is removed from Home Alone 2, then she wants to be cut out from her John Hughes films. And of course that gives you pause. It gave me pause. And you're like, wait a minute. What John Hughes movies? You were in John Hughes movies? What are you talking about? Kristy tweets, if cancel culture is really going to have Donald J. Trump removed from the John Hughes movie Home Alone, it's Home Alone 2, that's fine, then in support of my president, I'd like to have myself officially removed from the John Hughes films Pretty in Pink and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And it's like a crying face. Like, I don't think she meant it as a joke, though, so I don't know why she picked that. Maybe to diffuse the situation. But she's in Pretty in Pink? She's in Ferris Bueller's? I don't remember her in those movies. Do you guys remember her in those movies? So I guess she is in Ferris Bueller. This is the scene right here. I guess she's in the classroom. Completely don't remember this whatsoever. This looks like it was right after that one time she played a killer robot girl who decapitated a guy with a basketball. That happened. It's real. And what? This is Kristy Swanson in Pretty in Pink? Doesn't even look like her. This does not even look like her. Wow. I don't remember her in this movie at all either. After her tweet, a few Hollywood colleagues that are a touch more famous than Kristy is have come out essentially to, well, make fun of her. After her big comment there about being removed, Rosanna Arquette replies, so would we, being in agreement with her that she should be removed from those movies. Jane Lynch, of course everybody knows Jane Lynch, she's the coach from the beloved show Glee, which I never saw, but it was beloved by other people. Anyway, Jane Lynch says, I'm sorry, Who are you? That's, oh man, that is the killer response. But I think Patton Oswalt really nailed it. He's so good. His response is, "This is weak, Kristy. I was removed from As Good as It Gets and Bad Santa years before Trump even thought of running for president. That's how I support my leader. Why do you hate America?" Oh, baby. In conclusion, could they edit Trump out or digitally put someone else in there? Absolutely. Here's a couple of options. We've got Keanu Reeves, who would be an amazing replacement. We have a we have a grown-up Macaulay Culkin, which would be just as good. I think that actually might even make the film better. But I don't know. My vote's on Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu would do it. Or Kristy Swanson. I mean, how funny would that be? But she wouldn't do that. But that would be great. The point being, yes, they can remove Donald Trump if they wanted to. If they can make Star Wars, they can do anything, right? Will they? In my opinion, no, they won't. They will just ignore it. Maybe down the line, if things get worse, if his name becomes more tarnished, they might just cut the scene out in future releases of Home Alone 2. I don't know if it's on 4K yet. Maybe they'll cut it from the 4K. I don't know. But I feel at this point, maybe for TV airings, they'll cut it out for time. But essentially, no, I don't think they're going to go through the drastic step of removing him. It's just not worth it. I think people are just upset, and that's just coming out. So I think Trump can rest easy. He's still going to get some kind of residual for his cameo. So if all of his business interests dry up, yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll have his Home Alone 2 money still coming in. He'll rake in the dough as far as it comes for his one-line cameo in Home Alone 2. Wow, what a story. The world is so weird nowadays, right, my friend? I can't even believe it. I need a sip of some nice hot coffee. I hope you're enjoying a nice beverage while we're chatting here. Woo! Okay, my dude, what a story. What a time in history we are living in. What a time in cinema history we are living in. This is strange times, but amazing times. Amazing times indeed. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope this video has found you happy, healthy, and well. Please, comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on whether he should be cut or not, if it just feels too petty, or if it should just be pushed forward and demanded of Disney or Buena Vista, whoever the hell owns Home Alone 2. I would love, actually it is Disney. I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Just keep the comments civil. This is not a political discourse. We're just talking movies. I want to get your opinion as a movie fan. Remember, my friend, you're important, you matter, and it's up to you to make the best of your life. Also, we're closing in on 200 episodes. 200 episodes. The end of Season 4. So, big plans in store for Season 4. I'm going to do another 12-hour live script reading. I'm going to be reading the alternate versions, the first drafts of one of my favorite franchises. I'm going to be reading the alternate version of Scream 2, Scream 3, and Scream 4. So the alternate versions of the Scream sequels. I would do the first one, but I feel that one didn't change too much from Kevin's original version, which I think is out there. I don't know, but Scream 2, 3, and 4, episode 200 live show. We're probably going to go another 12 hours. I hope you'll at least stop by, say hello, and give me a thumbs up and all that good stuff. So, my friend, thank you. I'm going to leave you for now. Please remember, your Philly Neighborhood Mastercast loves you just the way you are. And I remain to be continued.